Happy Saturday, Q&A time. This one shouldn't take too long. And I'll try to keep an eye on people popping in here. I don't see anybody yet, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. And right after this, I'm going to have a pool day with my mom. I'm so excited because she's usually not up for that very often. So super excited about that. And cheers to my Golden Girls Cup. Cheers to 100 members, guys. That is so crazy. And it just goes to show when you show up and you're adding value and you truly care about people. Like, I'm so happy that not everyone in this group is a digital marketer or a network marketer or affiliate marketer. There's people in here with different types of businesses and ideas. And that's what I really wanted. I wanted a space for women to come in and whatever their business is about, whatever they're passionate about, we can all learn and grow together because we're doing it on social media and email marketing, right? So, excuse me. All right, let's see. Let's get into it. Make sure nobody's there. I'm just going to get into question one, which was, I think, does it matter if you post before going live? My personal thoughts is it's not like a deal breaker. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys over and over and over, because I'm an overthinker too, so I totally get it. And we want to be strategic, yes, and we want to do things that is working, yes. However, you don't want to stress yourself out about every little detail, right? Like, if you, especially if it's not easy for you to go live, like, it still makes me uncomfortable, and that's probably just like the introvert in me. But so when I feel like going live, I personally don't think about posting. I go live because at any second I might talk myself right back out of it, right? So that's just me. When I want to go live, I go live. Now, what I will tell you, and this goes across all the platforms, I'm not really sure about YouTube on this part. I would say that it couldn't hurt, but engagement is key, and that's not only before you go live, but especially before you go to post. Either do 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be crazy long, or 5 people, and I go to people that's in your niche, like what you would consider your target audience, or people that are engaging in your stuff, and go to their pages, their post, and comment just something normal, nothing about your business or your thing. Just like if you weren't even doing an online business and you were scrolling Facebook and you saw Sally's post and she's posting about her weekend trip at the lake, oh, it's so beautiful. What lake is that? Or whatever you want to say, right? That part doesn't matter. Just comment authentic, natural, what you would normally say. Don't make it weird. And that warms up the algorithm before you go to post. And then right after I post, I do the same thing again. And that's just me. So I highly, highly, highly recommend that. That's for sure on Facebook. That is on Instagram. And that is for sure for TikTok as well. Again, I don't know about YouTube. If posting before helps you feel more confident, then post before. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But if it's something where you're like, oh God, I gotta like get a caption and hashtags, and do I even have a video ready? Now I gotta make a video. Like, just go live and then you can do your post later, right? Just don't try not to overthink it too much. Just go live when you want to, post when you want to. I don't personally get hung up on days, times. I mean, honestly, you've got a morning window of what, 7 a.m. to maybe 9 a.m. when people are in the pickup line at schools or whatever they do in the morning. I'm not a morning person. Then you've got lunchtime, lunch break time, maybe from 12 to, let's say, 3. And then anytime after 5 p.m. is prime time. You know, I mean, I've even on TikTok had posts do well that I've posted at midnight. So you don't have to get hung up on this certain time and think if it stresses you out. Now, if you want to be super strategic and it does not stress you out at all, go for it, right? You do you. So hopefully that helps. Let me know if you guys want me to elaborate any more on that or anything. Oh, and just to give you guys like a little tip, when I go edit this video, when I put it up, when I put the replay up, I can't talk. I'm going to take out these pauses where I'm like looking down on my phone and my notes, and you can do that on your videos. Like, I have bullet points on what I'm going to say because I don't want to sound like a script. I don't want to sound like ChatGPT. I want to sound like Jennifer. You don't want to sound like me or ChatGPT or anyone else, influencers. You want to sound like you because that's what's going to connect with people, because you're being yourself and you're being real, right? So I'll take my bullet points and I'll glance at them and I'll go into whatever I'm saying. And then, whenever I'm like, oh, what am I going to say next, right? I'll go look at the next bullet point and then I'll go into that. And when I'm editing, I just edit out those parts and then it just all flows. And you don't have to, like, I don't do fancy editing. I don't even know how to do super fancy editing. I use CapCut. It's simple. It works for me. So I just wanted to share that little tip for how I'm going to do this replay and how I do my videos in general. What prompts can we use in ChatGPT to come up with stronger video titles? So I probably should have reached out to get some clarity on this question. Is if you're talking about like hooks, I have in the free resources 100 proven hooks. They're already proven to work, so you don't have to wonder if it's going to be good, right? And I took those from the mastermind that I'm in with Michelle and Mike. Both are 7-figure earners and know their stuff. So those 100 proven hooks are 100 proven hooks, right? If you are talking about like, I know you have your hook, but maybe you're talking about like what you're going to put in your caption, like the title at the top or something like that. A lot of times I will just screenshot or copy paste what my video is about or what's on my screen, and I'll go to ChatGPT and I'll just say, and I just talk to it. Like I need to do a training about on ChatGPT. Let me know if any of you guys would be up for that because it is so helpful. I use it every single day and it does not have to be hard. I literally talk to it like it's a person. If someone heard me, it'd probably be weird. And just like it's my personal assistant, my employee that I'm telling specifically exactly what I want it to do. And it does it really quickly. So it'd be like, hey, my video is going to be about time freedom. I'm going on a pool day with my mom and it's a Wednesday. Can you give me a caption with a proven title or a proven hook that's strong but not too long and short, and give me a soft CTA at the end? Now, if you don't know what a CTA is, a CTA is a call to action, because no matter what your post or your video or your thing is about, you want to let them know what to do next, whether it's like follow me on my journey or um, go here to grab my free blueprint, or what, it depends on what your business is, right? But you want to have, and you can have ChatGPT help you with specific CTAs for you, your target audience, and and also remember, it's not about like sounding perfect on there. It's about like stopping their scroll, whether it's your hook, your title, your email subject line. That is so, so important if you want people to open the email. It's got to be something that doesn't blend in and every other email or every other post has the same thing, right? You want it to be like juicy. You want them to be like, ooh, that's me, or ooh, what's she talking about? Or just even something that piques their curiosity. Like, what the heck? Anything like that is going to be good. Okay, here's a good one. And I'm excited about this one. So Candy asked, what do you talk about in lives? Now we could probably ask 10 different experts and they might give us 10 different answers. So just know that, in my opinion, I think, and I will always go back to this, just like I kind of said in the beginning of this, you don't want to be stressed out about everything. Now, Michelle, as far as people that are in here doing the legacy, she has a live strategy that she uses, and I have absolutely used it before. It's great. However, if you are feeling like, what's the word here? Like you're rehearsed or you're trying too hard or something, like it doesn't feel natural, it's going to come off as that. Now, that being said, if you're not new to going live or you're like me and it still makes you uncomfortable, I mean, you just need to be you. You just need to be real. It does not have to be perfect. People don't want perfect anyways. They want you to be you. They want you to be real, and you don't want to sound like a script. You just have bullets. Like if I'm going live, I'll have an idea of what I'm going to talk about, and I might go off on a total tangent, but then I'll reel myself back in with the bullet points. You know what I mean? Now, Tuesday, August 26th, so coming up soon, little, 8 days from now, whatever it is, Mindy Judd, who specializes in going live on TikTok. However, I mean, if you're going live, you're going live, right? If the strategy works on TikTok, it's going to be fine for Facebook, Instagram, or wherever you're going, YouTube. So she's coming in to give us her expertise. She has a strategy that lots of people love her to talk about. And I'm so excited that she's agreed to be a guest speaker for us. And so that is going to be happening on the 26th. And I believe it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And gosh, I don't know about the other time zones. We'll have to Google it. So, but I don't personally like to talk about, I don't want to feel, people do not want to feel sold to. Right now, if you're trying to sell something, you do want to let people know what you got, but you want to do it in a way that adds value to them, that makes it about them. So I talk about like relatable things. Now, mine is I have digital courses, I have digital products, I have affiliate products, those type of things. So I'm talking about the pain points that would hit someone that would need that product, whether it's digital or physical or whatever, if that makes sense. So I'm talking about, imagine, not having to check your bank account before booking your trip next month. Imagine not having to take a calculator or be in the grocery store adding up stuff as you're adding things to your cart because you're stressed about the price of groceries, or just stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just be relatable. Talk about real life stuff, whatever it has to do with your niche. And if you're unsure or kind of don't know exactly where to go with it, talk to ChatGPT and say, "Hey, I'm going to go live. This is my target audience. This is my product. This is kind of what I want to talk about. Can you give me some bullet points or ideas to keep me on track and keep me focused? And more importantly, add value to the audience. And you want to keep them engaged. Now, I'll tell you, that's something that I can work on myself is keeping people engaged because I will get into what I'm talking about. Like I'm 100% in it. And I forget that you want, like every once in a while, you want to ask them a question so that they can leave a comment. And that's going to get them engaged, make them feel like that you're connecting with them one-on-one, even though it's through a screen. And also it's going to push that algorithm like, oh, people are in her chat while she's on live. We need to push this out to more people. So I'm excited to hear Mindy's tips on that because I really need to. That's one thing that I need to work on personally. And we're all here learning and growing, guys. Like we all start out beginners, and I don't care if you're making six figures. Everybody needs a mentor. Everybody can learn new skills. Everybody can improve their skills. So I'm no better than anyone here. Okay. Yeah. One thing that when I first started, that I found it made me feel comfortable is as I was learning stuff, because I had been in the online space for years. So I knew network marketing, I knew my old outdated strategy, but attraction marketing and different social medias, I'd only been on Facebook. So I'd had an Instagram and a YouTube, but I hadn't been like actively trying to grow it or like do anything there. Right. So as I was learning about the different social media platforms, what works, what doesn't work, what works on all of them, and little tips, I would share that on lives. It kind of, everybody's learning here. If you didn't know about it, there's millions of other people out there that aren't going to know either. And it makes you be relatable, takes them on the journey, and makes you the authority. Like, oh, she taught me something today for free by popping on her live, right? You just added value to them. And it could be something simple as like the new TikTok feature is you can do a text post now. It's actually really simple. For some reason, I can't do it on my iPad. I probably need to do a update. But if you guys want me to, I can do like a screen share and show you. But it's super simple. Or just like I didn't know when I first started my online business about 5 years ago, I didn't know what stories were. I didn't know where stories was. I didn't know how to post a story, and that is very common. I hear it all the time when someone starts. They're like, I don't know where stories at. Little tips like that. Go on and show them. Talk about it. Let them know stuff that's not working. Share what you're learning on your journey, because especially when you're new and you're a beginner, and really at any time, well, not at any time, but when you're new and you're a beginner, you're the most relatable, because it makes them feel like, oh, I don't know any of this stuff either. If she's learning and she can do this, I can do this, right? They need to be able to believe that they can do it too, or whatever you have, that it's going to actually help them, that they can actually do it. If the number of people viewing makes you nervous, because I remember that was a thing, put a post-it or cover it up so you don't even know. And if you are worried about nobody being there, remember that people can be watching your lives that aren't actually into your live, like they're watching from the hallway, I call it, right? Especially on TikTok. So just know that, and talk like there's 100 people there, even if you don't know if anybody's there, because you don't know who's watching, right? And you don't know when you're going to say something that's going to connect with them or really help them out. Like you're talking to a friend. Don't try to be scripty. You can have a strategy. Absolutely. I think that's great to have a strategy or some sort of bullet points to keep you on track. I do that. But don't do anything that doesn't feel natural or forced. If it feels uncomfortable, that's okay. Uncomfortable is okay. That's normal. Should we reply to messages on social media or just delete them since many are scams? Okay. So, um, this is a tricky question. I personally, just because I lived in the DMs, those DMs can be triggering to me. That's something I need to work on, like, with a mindset coach or something, right? But especially on TikTok, I totally get it. Trust your gut. If it feels off, if it feels like, because after a while, they kind of start saying the same thing, right? Like, since when did you start your digital marketing journey? And that's what they say to me. And whatever your thing is, they're probably saying, they all start saying almost the exact same thing. If it feels off or it feels like a scam, I don't even delete them. I just go ahead and block them, because I want to show the algorithm, whatever platform I'm on, that is not my target audience, that I don't want those people seeing my stuff, and I don't want to see their stuff. Now, if someone, it seems like legit, then see about it, right? Reply back and say something that you would naturally say. Don't go in with your link or your, like a sales pitch or anything. Just be natural, ask a question, depending on what they said. And you can quickly tell, because some of them have gotten me, like they're a little bit unlike the other ones, the same ones that I always get. And then their next sentence is, I'm like, oh yeah. So I just block them. But yeah, if someone is legit asking you about, whatever it is, you do want to reply back to them. But if it feels off, if it feels sketchy, if it feels shady, trust your gut and block. Don't even delete. That way you don't have to worry about that person anymore. And it starts to show the algorithm that that is not your vibe. That's not what you're trying to do here. Those are not your thoughts there. I do recommend not getting stuck in the DMs. That's why I love having an automated system that's set up that does the selling and the follow up for us. But I do have people, especially on Facebook, and maybe it's just because I have a warmer audience that will DM me there. But I will answer them, one or two times, and then I will lead them to my automated system so they can get the info and the stuff that's already there, that's already set up. It's going to answer 99% of their questions, right? So don't get your stuff, don't get yourself stuck in the DMs with people. You don't have to do that. About putting text on screen. So I'm going to share my screen and go to Facebook and just kind of do like a little quick live demo, like nothing perfect. I'm not actually going to post it or anything. So first you can take a static photo, and a static photo is just a still shot photo in your phone. Like it's not moving or anything like that, like a still shot. So you can use just a regular photo. That's what a static photo is. Or if you hear someone say static post, that's what they're meaning, like just a regular photo. And then, or like a 5 to 7 second reel or whatever your video is, and you want to put text on it, right? I recommend on Facebook doing 5 to 7 second reels, on TikTok and Instagram. They work really, really well. Actually, also on YouTube. I was surprised. They do really well on my YouTube. So who knew? And then if you're doing a talking video and you're not going live, I would try to keep it like under 3 minutes or something like that. I mean, you can go, I've went longer, but it doesn't have to be long. It could even be a 30-second video, right? Remember, people are scrolling and they have short attention spans. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully we can on stories. When you go to your main profile, so you go to your main profile, and right there in the top left, it says create a story. Let's see. This is my iPad, so I don't have much on here. We'll just pick. Anyways, that's all you have to do, and you hit share for a story. You don't have to do anything else, and you can add text and stuff like that. Oh, do they have where you can just, oh, they have it like TikTok where you can just start typing. That's huge. So we could just say, I'm trying to think of a hook. We'll just say, put your hook here. Oh, this isn't like, okay, so this is just like you're texting it out and it's just a story. That's pretty cool though. So you could do like a short where you have your hook, a couple of, supporting sentences, supporting sentences, and then your CTA at the end. Not a cat. Lord. That's cool. And then you would just want to make sure I don't post it. So this is where you can change like the, the fonts, colors down here at the bottom. We want it pink. I recommend doing it bold, like big white or bright red or bright yellow, something that pops and stands out. Okay, so let's go back so I can show you how to do like a text or a reel. So we're going to go here. We are going to go to, now yours might look different than mine, okay? But your list should be similar. So find on where, see at the top mine says reels, and it might be because I do a lot of reels. So if you don't see it, just scroll down through your options and it should be in there somewhere. So you'll go to reels and then, that's funny. I've been seeing a lot of these videos lately with the animals on the trampolines. I saw rabbits. That's funny. Okay, raccoons. So in the top right, you see where I have that little thing that looks like a person? That's going to take you to you. And then create reel. Okay. So here's where, you can load up videos that you've already recorded on your phone. They've got templates, music you can add, stuff like that. Let's go down here. I'd like to find just a regular photo so it doesn't show us anything loud. Okay, we're just going to use that because I don't have very many pictures on my iPad. And you see where it says audio, this is where you can add music if you want to. You don't have to. That's just optional. And know this, you always want to have captions or text on your videos and your a post, because most people, I think it's either 80% or 90% of the people watch it on silent. So captions and text are key. So Music can be optional. If you want to, go for it. If you don't, we're not going to do that today. So you guys can hear me talk. But under that, you see where it says text. So we would just say, put your hook here, and then take your finger and you can move it around on your picture, right? You want to put your hook, and then I'm pinching out, in and out, makes it go bigger or smaller. And see these lines that pop up? You want to keep them in the middle of that. That keeps you centered. You want your hook to be at the top. That's your scroll stopper. Okay, and then you can, nope, we don't want music, text. And then support sentence. That'll be fine. And then you want your supporting, you don't want to cover up your face if your face is in the photo, or if you've got something in the photo that's very visually appealing, you don't want to cover it up. And you want text that people can read. You don't want people to have to be like I got to put my readers on to see what it says, right? You want it to stand out. You want it to be easy to scan. So I like to do that kind of stuff, so it pops even more. When it's just regular text, sometimes it's hard to read and you can lose them, right? So you can put whatever you want to here as your supporting sentence, or 2 max. And then your CTA, call to action, could be, say, community, that's my big one, to learn more, or whatever, right? And that's going to go at the bottom. And again, you can make it big or smaller. You just want to keep it in the lines. And then now we can get into other stuff later. I don't want to run this training too long. If you guys want me to do a specific video on this, I can play with all the different options. I can do it in Instagram. I can do it in TikTok. I can do it in YouTube. But so I want to keep it simple. So if you're just learning to put text on screen, just start with a hook up here. I've got 100 proven hooks in the free resources. If it doesn't fit your niche, take a hook and ask ChatGPT, hey, I like this hook. Can you make it fit my target audience, which is yada, 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 whatever your target audience is. Okay, and this is where you can go in and add your music, all of that stuff. I'm not going to do it because it'll be loud. You've got effects I don't really fool with much. Stickers I'll do sometimes. And it's not letting me. I might have to do that from my phone. Yeah, there's also an option where you can put a link to your whatever, to your freebie, to your lead magnet, to my community. I'll probably have to do that on my phone to show you, because it's really simple and it's a way to get people on your email list or to your thing, right? So hopefully that helps there. Okay. All right, guys, I hope that's been good. I think that is everything that I've covered. Again, I will drop this replay and switch out the pinned post. This week, you guys can drop your new questions, and there's no silly question. Please do not hesitate to ask anything on the post. If you feel uncomfortable or whatever, or you're just super, super shy or private, reach out to me privately and say, here's my question. Can you answer it on the Q&A? And whether you're live or not, I'll make sure that I answer that specifically for you, because I'm here to help you guys. This is all, I didn't know all of this stuff when I didn't know it before, right? Somebody had to show and teach me these same things. So that's what I'm here for. Drop your questions, anything that you need help with, anything that you would love trainings on specifically. I have some guest speakers lined up that I'm super excited about. Some I'm still in the process of locking down. And as soon as I have it, you'll know it and I'll post about it. Definitely Tuesday the 26th, you want to be on there for Mindy's live training on going live. Why not? Get a few tips and tricks. I'm excited to learn from her myself. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. Go do something for you. Fill your cups up, and I will see you next time.